Here's a quick video on Housefolios and its features. Once you log into the software, you're going to add a property. To add a property, you can add one at a time, upload a spreadsheet, or import directly from the MLS. Once you add these properties, what happens is our software goes out and gathers all the necessary data to analyze those properties. So it finds an after repair value, finds the rent amounts, property taxes, images, etc. And what that allows us to do is to come in here and filter properties. So you can see here that in this portfolio that I'm in underwriting, there are 95 properties in here. The average analyst takes 20 to 30 minutes to analyze one property. So to analyze 95 properties, that would take just under 50 hours. Let's say I want to see all the properties that give me at least a 30% net ROI and are located in Decatur, Georgia. So that just narrowed it down from 95 properties down to 2. If I click on this property, it will give us the analytics for it. Here on this left-hand side under financial details, you can see for the ARV, we found that this property is around $182,000. If you click on this icon, our software will search for more information. So you can see here, Zillow thinks the ARV is around 166. eAppraisal, which is a data provider that specializes in ARV amounts, says it's in between 158 and 182. So I can select one of these or type in my own value. For the monthly rent, we think the property is around $1,328. Zillow thinks the property will rent for around $1,316 a month. Same thing with property taxes. Here to the right, you'll see 3 different analytic cards that help you determine what your strategy should be for this property. Whether you should rent and hold the property, flip it, or rent it and sell it to an investor. Below each of these donut charts, you can see what the analytics are for each of these values, so like net ROI, sell proceeds, etc. And you'll notice that there's 3 different colors on here. Red, green, and blue. Green means that this property's analytics meet the targets that you have set. Down here, you can see in your assumption section that you can set different assumptions for property insurance, property management fee, your financing assumptions, etc. But also these targets that we just talked about. So for my net ROI, my target or my buy bucket, I want to look at things that are between 13 and 20%. If it's above 20%, it shows up as blue and as being above target. If it's below 13%, then it shows up as red as below target. Some other things on this page is you see the property projections over the next 10 years, how quickly you can pay off the property. This one you can pay off in 13 and a half years. And your financing analysis shows you some additional financing metrics. If you scroll up, you can see that the software found 5 comps for this property. If you scroll up, you can see that the software found 5 comps for this property. To take a deeper look at those, you can click on comps and see them all here. This one, for example, has 3 beds, 2.5 baths, just under 1,700 square feet, and was built in 1996, which is pretty close to our property of 3 beds, 2.5 baths, just over 1,700 square feet, and built in 1996. And this one was sold in January of 2020. Another thing you can do on this page is share the property. We allow you to create 2 different types of proformas or list the property on the marketplace. For the proformas, the first one is to help you get financing for the property. The marketing proforma is to help you market this property to potential buyers. And with the click of a button, it generates this proforma. It tells you if you got financing on this property, how much you can expect to make each month, if you bought the property with cash, some other financial metrics, the property information, a little marketing description here, also 10-year projections, and then this table down here just dives into what your expenses will be over time, etc. The other option we talked about was listing on a marketplace. So if you list on a marketplace, the property, its financial metrics, and all the images get imported into your own gray labeled marketplace. So if you click on one of these, you can see here's all your images for the property, here's the marketing description, and this button here will download that proforma I showed you a moment ago.